They have given the current, maximum current, okay, and since soon after we say maximum current, 400 hertz at which this maximum current is flowing would become the resonant frequency, okay, and voltage across C is 150. That means when the frequency is 400 hertz, the current is at its maximum value 0.5 amperes, and when along with this current being maximum, the voltage across C is 150 volts. That means what is this voltage across C? Is this is the voltage across capacitor at resonance is what is something that we need to extract from this particular problem. Okay, a 20 ohm resistor is connected. See, this is 20 ohms. Fine. This is internal resistance of the inductor coil resistance. So which is connected in series with, it is not connected, it would be there in series with this. Okay. And they have told what all they have told is, let's write that in the solution. What is that we need to understand? We need to understand that R is given to be 20 ohms. Okay. Then ammeter is there across, all these components are there along with ammeter across 25 volts. That means V is, the applied voltage is 25 volts. Okay, and it's a variable frequency problem, and they are very clearly saying that when the frequency is 400 hertz, okay, a maximum current is flowing. What is the maximum current? The maximum current that is flowing is 0.5 amps, and when along with this maximum current, the voltage across C also they have given at resonance. Okay, so this is the voltage across C at resonance, that is Vc at F naught is equal to 150 volts. Everybody understand this? Now, what is asked to be found out? We have been asked to find out the capacitance of the capacitor. That means the capacitance of the capacitor we have to find out, and resistance and inductance of the inductor, because this resistance is already given. See, this resistance R is already given as 20 ohms. Now, that's why they are very particular in saying resistance and inductance of the inductor. That means RL and L we have to find out. Understand that? Now, since they have given us 150 volts across C at resonance, so keeping that, is it possible to find out something? Is what we need to look at. Fine. What is voltage across a capacitor given as? What is voltage given as? If you can see here. Yeah. See here. Voltage is given by V is equal to IR. Suppose you are talking about VC, we should talk about I into XC. Okay, since it is voltage across capacitor at resonance, it is I naught into XC. Understand this point? So this is what we need to understand. Okay, the voltage across C is given by the voltage across capacitor C is VC equal to I naught into XC. So this is at resonance we are saying. At resonance they have given our VC to be here at VC at F naught is given as 150. Why, how do we understand this is VC at resonance? Because we have taken I naught. Since VC was at resonance, I have taken the current I naught. So current into the reactance of the capacitance, okay, would give us the voltage across C. So what is VC? VC is given as 150 volts. I naught is also given, that is given as 0.5, and we have XC. So this implies what? This implies that our XC is 150 by 0.5. Understand that? Now this is XC. What is asked to be found out? We have to find out C. How can I express XC in terms of C? So this is one equation we have got. Fine. XC is what now? What is XC given by? We know that XC is given by 1 by omega C. Only the magnitude we have considered. There is no J term. 1 by omega C. What is omega? Omega is 1 by 2 pi f C. Understand? And since we are talking about the resonance at condition, this would be f naught. Understand that? So therefore we have 1 by 2 pi f naught C equal to 150 by 0.5. What is unknown here? C is unknown now. Okay. So therefore I can obtain my C as. Therefore the C is given by what? 1 by 2 pi into 400 hertz or 400 kilohertz. It's 400. What is the 400 hertz? It's not kilohertz. Okay, so it's 2 pi f naught. 2 pi f naught. C would go here, so it's 0.5 by 150. So see, if you do this, you will get your C equal to 1.325 microfarads. So we have obtained the C. Is everybody okay with this? What is this XC going to be? What is this 150 by 0.5 actually?
300.
Yeah, that XC actually happens to be 300. This is 300. Where can I write that? Okay, it's here. One more step back. Yeah, this XC happens to be 300 ohms. 150 by 0.5. Fine. And with that, we get our C to be this. Now, how to find out L? Anybody? How to find out L at resonance now? L is fixed stuff, whether at resonance or non-resonance, we shall not talk about that. Yes, anybody want to say something about that? How can we find out L now? C is known. Xc is known at resonance. The hint is Xc, the reactance of capacitor, is known at resonance. So how can I find out L? Is the question. Okay. How did we find out C? We found out C by understanding that the voltage across C is capacitor is 150 volts. So that is how we proceeded. Okay. Now after we have done this, we have come to know that at resonance Xc is happening to be 300 ohms. Okay. And at resonance, what is Xc equal to, anybody? What is reactance of the capacitance equal to at resonance? Anybody want to unmute?
C is equal to XL.
C is equal to Xc. No, C is not equal to Xc. C is the capacitance, X is the reactance. No. What is the reactance of the capacitor equal to at resonance?
XC is equal to
Xc is equal to?
XL.
Xc is equal to XL. This we should not forget. At resonance, what is happening? At half power frequencies, what's happening? So that is supposed to be remembered, because if you remember that, all this problem can be solved. Otherwise, no. So what statement we can make here? We know that at resonance, the reactance of SC is actually equal to reactance of the inductor. Reactance of capacitor is equal to the reactance of inductor, and XC in the previous step we have got that to be 300 ohms. What is XL given by? We know that our XL is omega L. We say J omega L, but we ignore that J because we consider only the magnitude. Understand that? So it is omega naught L only. Fine. So therefore, what we can understand? Therefore we can say that omega naught L is equal to 300. Fine. So this further implies that our L is 300 by omega naught, which is 300 by 2 pi f naught. Okay. Further, you can substitute that f naught, which is 400 hertz. Okay, and you can find out L. So since at resonance we know XC, we should be thoughtful to understand this. So if you understand this, then the things become easier, otherwise no. So what would be our L? Therefore our L be equal to, you can copy this, you can calculate later on and just verify the answers. It's 0.119 henries. So we have found out the capacitance of the capacitor, and we have found out the inductance of the inductor, and we are asked to find out the resistance of the inductor also. So where can we come across this RL is the question. So do you know the equation for R in resonance circuit? Anybody? Do you know the equation for R? Where equation R, in which equation R would come? At resonance I'm saying, because we have not talked about the half power frequencies here, so we don't have any other go but to talk about resonance only. In this particular problem there is no information regarding what is happening at half power frequencies, so whatever we do, we need to do that only at resonance. Everybody understand that? Okay, now tell me, can you think of an equation at resonance which involves R? Just for your reference, at resonance what all is happening? Okay, just a discussion. At F equal to F naught, that means at resonance what's happening? Z is equal to what? At resonance what is Z equal to? Z is
equal to R.
R. Very good. What is omega L? What is omega L equal to? Omega L is equal to 1 by
1
by omega C. Okay. Now we also understand, do we know current at resonance? Do we know current at resonance? Anybody? Current at resonance is I naught. How can we give this I naught?
V by R.
It's
V by R.
V by R. So R is here. Will this help us do something? So this implies what? R happens to be V by I naught.
I know.
So do we know V? Do we know V in this problem? Let's go back. Do we know V in this problem?
150.
Yeah. No, V is not 150. 150 is the voltage across capacitance. This is VC. This is V. The applied voltage is V. 25 volts is V. Understand that? Do we know I naught, the current at resonance? Do we know? Yes. They don't say current at resonance directly here, but they say it's the current which is at its maximum value. So the current at its maximum value, this has to be current at resonance only. Everybody understand? So that's why we have taken the given data as I naught, which is 0.5 amperes. But It's not only R which is there in this series circuit. Along with R, there is another resistance RL. Okay, what is the effective resistance of this circuit taking R and RL into consideration? Effective resistance, I'm not talking about the reactance of L, reactance of C. Now, since RL is considered in this circuit, can you tell me what is the effective resistance of this particular circuit, keeping R and RL into consideration?
R plus RL.
R plus RL, because R and RL are in series, right? So we can say that at resonance, we can say that this is something we need to understand. At resonance, we can have I naught equal to V by R. Okay, so this directly implies that R is V by I naught, but there is RL in series with R. Therefore, the above equation would become what? Therefore, what we have is R plus RL equal to V by I naught. How many unknowns are there here now? How many unknowns? V is the applied voltage, we know. I naught is the maximum current, we know. Okay. What else needs to be known here? This is resistance of the inductance coil. So R also we know. Therefore, we can have RL equal to V by I naught minus R. What is V? V is 25 volts, the applied voltage. I naught is given to be 0.5 amperes, that is the maximum current or current at resonance, minus R. R is given as 20 ohms. Okay, so therefore we have our RL equal, you can just take down this, equal to 30 ohms. Fine. This is how things go. What all they had asked us? They had asked us 3 parameters. Fine. What is that? That asked us capacitance of the capacitor. Okay, which we found out by considering the reactance of the capacitor. Okay, and voltage across the capacitor. Voltage across the capacitor is VC into I naught into XC. XC is the reactance. Okay, so that is how we calculated our capacitance of the capacitor, and resistance and inductance of the inductor is what we have found out just now. Okay, so just follow whatever we are doing. Okay, this problem is all about conditions at resonance. Okay, and we have summarized the conditions at resonance here. So if you're aware of all this, okay, so this particular problem can be solved easily. Fine. Okay, now next problem we shall see. This is also almost the same problem. Let's see where the difference lies here. Okay, a resistor and a capacitor, okay, are in series with a variable inductor. Now for the first time we have got the inductor being a variable. Okay, when the circuit is connected to 200 volt 50 hertz supply, that means the applied voltage is 200 volts, the frequency is constant because inductor is variable, so it is 50 hertz constant frequency, which is not variable. Okay, the maximum current obtained by varying the inductance here, maximum current obtained by varying the inductance is 0.314. That means what is this 0.314? Anybody? This is current at resonance. So this is current at resonance. Okay, because this is the maximum current we are getting by varying the inductor. The voltage across the capacitance when the current in the circuit is maximum is 800 volts. Again, they are talking about voltage across the capacitance. Okay, voltage across the capacitance when the current in the circuit is maximum is 800 volts. That means again we know VC at resonance. Understand that? VC at resonance, we know again. Fine. So what are they asking us to find out? Find the values of series circuit elements. Very similar problem. Very similar problem. We don't have RL here. In the previous problem, R was given. The resistance R was given. Okay. RL was asked to be found out. Here, RL is not present. That means RL, the inductance, the resistance of the inductive coil is not considered. But resistance itself is asked to be found out, which was given in the previous problem. Understand that? So the differences you need to find out. Fine. Now let's again look at the resonance conditions only. Why we shall not look at the half power points? Because there is no way we can look at half power points with the given data. All the given data talks about resonance conditions only. So seeing the statement of the problem, understand that we are at resonance conditions. We are not at half power points. Everybody okay with that? Now let's solve this problem on similar grounds. Fine. What's given? What's given? Voltage applied is 200 volts. Okay. The frequency is 50 hertz. Okay. And maximum current obtained is I naught equal to 0.314 amps. Okay. The voltage across the capacitance at resonance also given. Okay. At resonance, VC is given to be 800 volts. Fine. What they've asked us to find out? They've asked us to find out R. Okay. Then L. Then C. That is what they've asked. Values of series circuit elements. Series circuit elements are RLC. So all these elements we need to be finding out. Fine. Again, V is given. I naught is given. Now see here, this V is given and I naught is given. With V and I naught in hand, what can we find out? Anybody?
R.
Yeah.
R.
With V and I naught in hand, we can easily find out R. Okay. So we know that.
Resistance R.
Yeah. We know that at F. Sorry, we should not say at F equal to F naught. Why we should not say at F equal to F naught? We should say at resonance. I'm not interested in saying F equal to F naught because L is being variable here, not F. So we shall say, we know that at resonance, I naught, the maximum current, is given by V by R. Okay. V is given, see here, V is given. Fine. Then I naught is given. So R can be found out. Fine. So how to find out that? So this implies that our R is V by I naught. Applied voltage is 200 volts. I naught is 0.314. So we have our R equal to, what is R equal to that? 636.95 S.
94.
636.94.
96.94.
94 what? After 94 what we are having?
Ohms.
636.95 I wrote. You all are saying 94. After 0.94, after 4 what we have there?
No, sir.
Just 0.94 we have. No. I've just rounded up, okay? So it's 636.95. I'll be talking about that later. Okay, when we can round up, when we have to take more number of places in that fractional number. Okay, I'll be talking about that later, not now. Okay, so we have found out our R now. Next, what I have to find out? I have to find out the capacitor and inductor. Okay, so on the similar bonds as we did in the previous problem. Okay, can we find out C by looking at this? Okay, so if you are clear about what we're doing, you can start doing it yourself. At resonance, okay, VC is 800 volts. Okay, and that's given as what? VC is 800. What is VC? VC means it is I into the reactance of the capacitance. Okay, since we are talking about at resonance condition, this is I naught into XC. Understand that, everybody? So what do we know here? VC we know that is 800. I naught I know. So XC can be found out from this. So this implies that our XC is 800 divided by I naught. I naught is 0.314, yeah, 0.314 amps. And what is that? That XC is 2.547 kilo ohms. 2.547 kilo ohms. Since it is a reactance, it has the same unit as the resistance. Okay, now look at this. So there, since XC we know, what is C given by? We know that our XC is 1 by omega C. This implies that our C is 1 by omega XC, which means that it is 1 by 2 pi F into XC. Let's not write F naught because L is the thing. Okay, now if you substitute this parameters, what you get? 2 pi F is, what is F? What is F given as? It's a constant entity. What is F given as? Yeah, F is given as 50 hertz. Okay, F is 50 hertz, and you have just found out our XC, which is 2.547 into 10 power 3. So what would this be? So therefore, our C happens to be 1.25 microfarads. Again, at resonance, what did we do in the previous problem? What did we do in the previous problem? Provided we know XC, at resonance, what is true to find out L? That we need to do here. What is that? At resonance again. At resonance, the reactance XC is equal to reactance XL, and that is something that we have obtained in the previous step, that is 2.547 kilo ohm. Okay, so this implies that our XL, which is given by omega L, okay, is 2.547 kilo ohms. This implies what? Our L would be 2.547 into 10 power 3 divided by omega, that is 2 pi into 50. So what is L? What is L? With this, we get our L equal to 8.1 Henry. Yeah. So this is what was asked. Okay. L is found out, C is found out, R is found out. So we were asked to find out all the series circuit elements, and we have found out that. Fine. So if you know the concepts at resonance, concepts at half power frequencies, any problem can be solved. Okay. So what you should be doing next is listing out the equations at resonance, equations at half power points. If you are able to list all the possible equations, you can solve any problem. Yes, you need to understand which equations to use in which problem. Fine. So at resonance, when we should look at half power points, when we should look at. Okay. So if you are able to do that, the things would be simple for you. Okay.